Good evening, everyone. Today at Sustain and Save Talks, we have an extremely young entrepreneur, Dr. Binish Desai. At Sustain and Save, we believe you're never too young to change the world. And today, at Sustain Talk July edition, we have with us Dr. Binish Desai, a 26-year-old entrepreneur of India who is an exemplar of the youth of the India, indeed a true change maker. He's an innovator and a social entrepreneur who is known as the waste warrior and recycle man of India. At Sustain and Save, we're a one-stop solution on sustainability created by India for the world. In less than 2 months, we've collaborated with many companies and the government through various e-panel discussions and awareness programs on sustainability. We had an opportunity to collaborate with IKEA, the Swedish Institute, and onboarded 20 different companies as channel partners and 5 plus educational institutions. Our main aim is actually affordable sustainability and mass circularity. Now, without wasting time, let's start with our lovely question and answer session, which I'm always excited to know about whose journey it has been a roller coaster ride for most of us.
So my journey started when I was 10 years old, and my favorite cartoons were Captain Planet and Dexter's Lab. So, Captain Planet, always there would be this theme song called Captain Planet. He's a hero, cutting pollution down to zero. So that struck me, and that's how I got into saving the planet. But then the eureka moment happened when a chewing gum got stuck on my pants in class, and I tried removing it with a piece of paper. So it had got really hardened up. So I went back home, did the same experiments again. A lot of people, and that's how the first brick, happened. So the first 3,000 bricks that I used to make the first prototype house actually are all handmade by me.
We would love to know your current companies. What are the products that you are actually manufacturing, and how would you connect the innovation and sustainability together? So I think that would be something where we would want to know more about your products, your current company, and everything. Yes.
Yes, so we run something I like to call it as Salon for Industrial Waste, where we transform waste into products that are completely desirable. They are not just eco-friendly, but also economical and also creating a social impact. So all our 150 products are made out of waste, and we follow something called triple bottom line, which basically means maintaining a balance of environmental sustainability, economic sustainability, and also social impact that it creates. And a balance of these three is the basis of our company. Talking about the products themselves, apart from the bricks that we create out of various paper mill waste, now we in fact make almost 16 different types of bricks from more than 40 different types of waste that is generated from different industries, and also from various domestic domestic spaces in terms of mass scale collection of garbage and things like that. So that's just one product, but apart from that, we have made for example, what used to be a metal waste, so waste coming from metal manufacturers are now being used to make paper blocks. Apart from that, we are also creating eco wood out of human hair. So these are just a couple of products I'm talking about. We have also created mugs out of coffee waste, so coffee mugs out of coffee waste is also a similar thing that we have created. Apart from that, as I said, acoustic panels, soundproofing panels that we have created. All these products are, again, they are not just better than the conventional materials available in the market, but they are also cost effective, they're stronger, and they're more durable as well. And again, as I said, they are much more cheaper. That means we are able to create more impact to the people who are in need. We have created thousands of houses and toilets in rural India.
So I would love to tell us, how can you shed some light on how the youth of India can think innovatively and create new products? Like, how do they start with innovation, and how do they think about integrating sustainability?
Number one, observe a problem around you. There are so many things going on today that require a solution. So if you are looking for an inspiration, nature is the best inspiration. The second thing is fail. We are always afraid of failing, but I see failure as one of the key tools to be successful. So always learn how to fail. Third thing which I'm going to talk about, which is learn from your failures, learn from others mistake, talk about it, uh, gather as much knowledge as you can from not someone's success story but also from someone's failure. The other point which I was going to come about is having patience, not losing trust in yourself, not losing your own faith in terms of no matter whatever people say around you, sticking to what you believe in. The best thing that I would advise an innovator is always constantly keep being a student, because when you are a student,
Yes.
you have the craving to gain knowledge, and that knowledge always helps you keep informed about the market, about what's new.
So, can you tell us simple tips that each one of us can integrate in our lives so that we can integrate sustainability, or maybe even be a recycler like you at home and at work? So, maybe 3 tips so that we can, actually continue for that.
So the first step and the most important one is only buy things that you need and not the things that you want.
Oh,
Because
wow.
the biggest reason why waste is generated is because we keep buying things that we feel that we wanted, but not the things that we needed, and then wo fir pada rehta hai, and that's how waste is generated. Apart from that, segregation is very key. I'm not talking about dry waste and wet waste. That's a very simple segregation technique. I'm talking about in your own house. If something breaks, if some, just identify what are the waste that are coming out from your house. Try recycling as much as you can in your own houses. Third thing is listen to your mothers, because our moms are the biggest recyclers. Everyone out here would know that our favorite t-shirt some or the other day thoda bhi fata na, so that means our moms have made it into a pocha or a carry bag, so those are the biggest
Oh, well
recyclers.
said. Yeah.
Everyone understands this one thing, so just trying to observe again that India has a deep history of recycling. It's just that we have never identified it as a recycling. And lastly, I always say that stop seeing waste as useless. There is nothing useless in this world. What is a waste to you is someone's asset. So start seeing it as a commodity. Once we start let's for example also things like planters out of PET bottles and things like that. So educating a kid that this is a material that they can play with is going to bring in a whole lot of other innovators out here. And we all are torchbearers of society. I see India, with this new motto of Atmanirbhar. I see India as Paryavaran Sthir Atmanirbhar, which means basically eco-sustainable, self-reliant India, and youth are the biggest strength of that. So we all need to start becoming torchbearers and redefine recycling.
And the last one, what's your 2030 goals?
I see my 2030 goals. It's a very elaborate one, but to brief it out, I say seeing India as a leading solution provider of zero waste technologies.
Oh my God, that's bang on, perfect. I think this definitely it calls for a round of applause because there's so much was given to us, and very interactive. A lot of fundas that we've learned from the Recycle Man, I think, of India, and crisp and clear as an engineer, where you've written each and every point to the point. So I think thank you. It was really nice to have you today.